Hello viewers, welcome to a very brand new episode of Autobahn, the Motor Biography. India's favorite brand, the Mahindra. The most selling SUV in India, the Scorpio. And it's back once again in 2017, the all-new Mahindra Scorpio. Mahindra came up with this beautiful SUV called Scorpio in India. After more than a decade, in 2014, they came up with another style with a facelifted version of Scorpio. Just in a span of 3 years, they're back in style with the all-new Scorpio 2017 new generation. ഈ ഒരു 2017 ഒരു പുതിയ സ്കോർപിയോ അതായത് ന്യൂ ജനറേഷൻ സ്കോർപിയോയുടെ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ അട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന നമ്മുടെ ഭാഗം പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഗ്രിൽസ് വിത്ത് ദ ക്രോമിയം ലൈനിങ് വെൽ പ്ലേസ്ഡ് ഒരു 7 സ്ലാറ്റ് ഗ്രിൽസ് ഒരു സ്ക്വയറിഷ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ട്രപ്പിസോയിഡൽ slats that they have given imposing their emblem right in the center with the Mahindra logo. അതുകൂടാതെ they have a lot of changes in fact in the front side like the chromium plating next to the fog lamps or be the front bumper with the silver skid plates and also the beautifully placed and the stylish hood right on the bonnet. The creases, everything in this new Scorpio looks exactly manly and stylish the way all EV Indians want it. Next to the attractive part that Mahindra has come up with, this new generation 2017 Scorpio definitely should be the headlamps. But double barrel headlamps they have provided, projected headlamps they have provided with the corning lamps as well. അതുകൂടാതെ ഒരു eyebrow structure ഒരു LED DRLs also they have provided. With this newly or black themed with the chromium linings, it looks completely stylish. Our chromium setup completely mingles up with the whole style of the whole front side of this new generation Scorpio 2017. From the grille, if we go down, we can see a huge bumper with a black color or carbon black finish. Underneath that, we have this beautifully formed or 3D skid plates. They have 3D angled skid plate they have provided. Underneath, they have a whole stretch of air spat which actually helps in the aerodynamics of this new generation Scorpio. Like I said, the new generation Scorpio has done a lot of improvisation, simple engineering like this. We just have to lift up the front bonnet and the hydraulics takes over. But none like others, this engine also is very powerful. They have actually improved the power of the engine. This is M-Hawk 4-cylinder engine with 140 bhp, which gives about 220 Nm of torque. Side profile വെച്ച് നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്കറിയാം yes, it's one of the tallest vehicles or SUVs around. For bit of perspective, I can say it's taller than Fortuner and taller than the Safari that we have in this same segment. Being such a tall car, ഈ ഒരു ski rackന്റെ ഒരു facility which adds on to the height of this car and actually makes it look very taller. And yes, it is very taller. അതുകൂടാതെ they have 200 mm of ground clearance, ഒരു 2680 mm of wheel base. അതുകൂടാതെ they have a lot of integration, new things that they have added. Being a facelifted version of the 2017 SUV, they have a stylily proposed or a 17-inch alloys they have provided, and some other new additions that they have done, as they have added these indicator lights to the ORVMs, which was a lot of demand from the customers to have it, and yes, this time they have added. And also another small feature for this new version is that they have an anti-pinch. Yes, we'll talk about it when we are inside the car. And another option that they have given, if the windows are down, you just have to lock your car and the windows goes up. Those are the small practicalities or new gen technologies or small factors that they have included in this new generation Mahindra Scorpio. Rear end style factor parayanengil, main attractive point is the tail lamp actually. Pandoru transparent glass anengil, ipo they have actually a more of a red and black or a dark color option they have given. Inside that they have this badging. Like I said, Scorpio has don't want people to forget the name. I don't think anyone will forget. They have a lot of badging, be it the tail lamp, side light, inside the cabin also. They have the engravement or imposing chrome finished name that is the Scorpio is written. So minimalistic approach at the rear end. Like I said, there is a chrome lining just above the number plates. So overall the style factor also they have improved, and they have actually given few touches here and there. The improvement is definitely seen at the rear end as well in this new generation Scorpio. ഈ ഒരു വാഹനത്തിൻ്റെ സീറ്റിംഗ് കപ്പാസിറ്റി പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് ഓപ്ഷൻസ് ദേ ആർ ഗിവിങ് 7-8 capacity with rear end or 2 captain seat, just like in the front അതേ ഒരു captain seat they provide in the seat. But the vehicle which we have right now is the top end variant, which is 7-seater, which has a bench over here. Rear end seat they have provided. I should say it's very comfortable, not that difficult. But if 6 feet height, it might be a bit difficult. Otherwise, if they fold this, more than enough space for the luggage. If you want to carry more people, also this is easier. Considering the amount you pay for this, that is about 15 lakhs ex-showroom, I'm sure still there will be a lot of fans, just like Mahindra Scorpio always had, for this new generation, the newly built, the new engine, the new performance, and the most integrated technology inside the car. There are lots of fan followers still for the new Mahindra Scorpio. I hope Scorpio does it the same for more years. Thanking TVS Mahindra from Marad, always helping us with Mahindra vehicles. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഇതിൻ്റെ ഉൾഭാഗം നമുക്കൊന്ന് ടെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്താൽ നോക്കാൻ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഇതിൻ്റെ upholstery അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇതിൻ്റെ overall quality, let's check out. As I said, this is a S11 category, the highest trim of Scorpio they provide. So you can see our luxury is there, complete or luxury feel we get. But overall our dashboard design remains the same, the hard plastics remains the same. Just like the texture and the feel has improved, I should say. They have this beautifully dual toned seat coloring here, which is more of a darker version. Full black with a blue in between, or blue or fashionable styling where a blue patch they have given on the seat, as well as your side door sides also they have given. So overall our class feel is there, including all the technology they have included as well, and our class feeling with the leather upholsteries on the handles of the gear lever also. Overall our premium feel in this new generation Scorpio they have been able to provide. When we start, the first look what we get on the നമുക്ക് ഈ ഒരു സീറ്റിംഗ് പൊസിഷൻ കിട്ടുന്ന ഈ MID ഡിസ്പ്ലേയിൽ കിട്ടുന്നത് ഇറ്റ്സ് എ ന്യൂ സ്റ്റൈൽ, ഒരു ട്രപ്പിസോയിഡൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സ്ക്വയറിഷ് ഫീൽ തരുന്ന ഒരു meter console they have given, which has the MID right in the center, which provides most of the information that the driver should know. And the RPM, be the RPM meter or the speedometer, they have become more stylish and or digitally or techy feel we are getting from this angle of the driver, I should say. And the when we go to the steering wheel, we have the phone call buttons, we have the sources like to play the audio system, we have it. And in this version we also have the cruise control buttons over here. Upon minimal switches on the steering, but usable switches on the steering, as well as the other switches that we when we go back to the infotainment system. Aircon side I'll talk about that. So let's go back to this side of this car. There are a little bit of limitations also, like the controlling your seat height and position is a bit difficult with the door closed. You have to open the door to control the seat position, and especially the seat position is very dominating our bossy feel, our captain seats you get, so you are very comfortable in the driver's seat, I should say. But in my perspective, they could have used more plastics, better plastics and better soft touch plastics over the dashboards and other regions. But the feel, as I said, the feel of the dashboard is not that bad, but considering the price we are paying for it, they could have actually improved. They could have improved the utility space that they provide. They claim to have the bottle holders and 2 bottle holders here. Just that is an improvement from the last version. They have this rubber mat over here to keep our gadgets or anything from slipping off. One improvement in the utility space, what they have done is they have a 12-volt charging point, and next to it they have this phone വെക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു സൈസിൽ they have a small pouch they have. That's improvement that they have shown. Other than that, the space remains the same, quite a small glove box you have, but completely non-usable for നമ്മുടെ bottles ആയാലും. Only you can keep those documents on the side pouches that provide for the doors. Center console like we can see these chrome linings covering the aircon vents. Other than that, a 6-inch infotainment system is there, but unfortunately no Android Auto or Apple CarPlay is there. But navigation system is there, radio is there, the phone can be controlled from here, all the other information can be seen here. It is also touch, but as far as I am concerned, നമ്മുടെ ഒരു sitting position ഒരു height lalla, they could have actually provided and discussed and thought about the customer's perspective and moved it a little bit up, so that we don't have to take our eyes completely away from the road while driving and using this infotainment system. The reverse camera is also, the camera screen is also the infotainment system, so that it is also an improvement in terms of the technology that they have implemented. So the reverse camera is also really helpful. They have the guidelines and everything, so it's easier, and it's really visible also when we have lights on it. Also, it's really visible. Other than that, the switches what we have here is the Aircon control switches are here. The feel of the knob is really nice. Our nice cushion feel or rubberish feel is there, so that is really nice. The way it moves around is really nice. So if you don't want your engine to shut off while you're stopping your car somewhere in the traffic, or you can actually switch it off and on. You have that button here. You have the automatic wipers button over here. You have the automatic headlamps button over here. So that automatic system can be switched on and off from right here. But taking aside all those things, the riding comfort and the seat comfort and the beautiful materials that they have used, is a completely new package that Mahindra is giving with this all new generation Scorpio 2017. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഉള്ളത് നമ്മളെ ഈ പുതിയ ജനറേഷൻ സ്കോർപ്പിയോയുടെ റിയർ എൻഡിലാണ്. സോ ആസ് ഐ സെഡ്, no difference in the dimension, be the wheelbase or the length. So we are in the same position like we used to sit in the old generation Scorpio. The overall seating comfort has changed. Like I said, right in the front seat, the upholstery that they have used, the leather that they have used is really nice. But the comfort level is definitely changed. The airy feeling, or open feeling, you still maintain like the old one. We have this commanding position at the rear end as well. Because of this height, like I said, it's more than Fortuner, more than Safari. So rear end also you have this commanding and bossy position at the seats. So like I said, from when we were checking out the boot space, we have different seating capacity levels. Like in the front seat, captain seat, അതേ ഒരു seating level തന്നെ നമുക്ക് rear endലും കിട്ടും. പക്ഷേ ഈ ഒരു S11 variantൽ what we are getting is a 2 plus 3 plus 2 seating where we have a 3-seater at the rear end. If you want for 2-seater, they have this armrest, but not that really comfortable armrest, I should say. But leg room, headroom, everything is really nice, just like the old one. Very spacious, very huge car. In fact, they have this 12-volt charging point, and you can keep your mobiles, or I don't know, it looks like glass holder, but not usable for a glass or a bottle because of the angle that is sitting. About redesigned rear end AC vent and the 12-volt socket is there. So overall the space and everything remains the same, and it's more comfortable than before. So that's it from the rear end from the all new 2017 Scorpio. ഈ ന്യൂ ജനറേഷൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 2017 ജനറേഷൻ സ്കോർപ്പിയോവും പഴയ ജനറേഷൻ സ്കോർപ്പിയോയും വെച്ച് കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ദ ഡിഫറൻസ് ഇസ് അണ്ടർ ദ ഹുഡ് ആസ് ഐ സെഡ്. അപ്പോൾ പവറിൽ ദേ ഹാവ് ആക്ച്വലി ഡിഫറൻഷിയേറ്റഡ്. പഴയ നമുക്ക് ദേ ഹാവ് ആക്ച്വലി 4 വേരിയൻറ്റ്സ് ഇൻ ദിസ് കാർ, S3, S5 and S7 and S11, the vehicle which we are driving right now. S11 being the higher end version of this car. For S3 and S5 variants, the power is limited to 120 horsepower and about 280 Newton meters of torque. S7 and S11 variant it gives about 140 horses and 320 Newton meters of torque. But our S11 variant we get the 4-wheel drive option. The car has actually improved in terms of the power it delivers and how the torque it produces. It has a lot of difference. So if you will have a question in your mind, what is power lag? You will completely forget about the power lag system because you feel nothing. Our power lag in our term the torque is delivered by after 1000 rpm. Then you can feel the punch in this car. That is a major difference in terms of the old generation Scorpio and the newer generation of Scorpio. It's become more powerful, more linear, more punctual, a very good cruiser in terms of that. The improvement in the performance, as I said, so our 0 to 100 hour time, it will come in no time. Nalla power delivery because of this power delivery and this highway cruise and low revs or torque delivery. It's easier to drive in the city as well as in the highway. It's performing beautifully. There is a noticeable amount of body roll when you consider that, but this car being the tallest car in the segment, I should say this car handles the body roll pretty nicely, and we won't even feel much of a body roll while traveling in those kind of roads. City driving, as I said, it's easy to our lower revs drive. It's very comfortable. The clutch has become more lighter and smooth, I should say. But our time travel, our distance that clutch has to travel is a bit longer. It makes it, but the smoothness and the softness of this clutch makes it more easier to use. Thanks to the clutch adjusting, self-adjusting clutch that Mahindra has introduced, which actually makes the whole clutch system remain the same. Adhe oru smoothness, adhe oru softness throughout the life of the clutch. The whole system, when you look into it, the whole system, they have actually taken care of minute things that were affecting before. So totality which nokumbol ee segment which nokumbo this car has actually improved and taken care of a lot of things that the older generation Scorpio was lagging behind. So improvement in all those sectors. Our engine difference they have actually made a little bit difference or upgradation in terms of the suspension. That's very much visible. You can feel it while you drive the new generation Scorpio. That means there is a change of they have actually increased rather than decreasing. They have actually put on 100 kilos or more in terms of when you consider the older generation of the Scorpio. Which compare this version of Scorpio have actually increased a little bit amount of kilograms here and there. Power difference, they had to actually consider that and take care of the suspension that they had. Suspension in the front they have the double wish bone type independent front coil spring type of suspension in the front side, and in the rear end they have the multi-link coil spring suspension with the anti-roll bar. But the changes in the engine and also the changes in the weight of this vehicle, they have taken that into consideration and actually improved the suspension ability also. Always Scorpio has done that, and we have seen that we have this high or bossy feeling while you drive this vehicle. Our seat in the position which the armrest, particularly what we have in this variant, in our seat in the comfort, our position that you're driving in gives a more of a commanding or pilot seating level that they have provided. I should say, നമ്മൾ മുമ്പിൽ ഒരു ചെറിയ കാർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സെഡാൻ ക്ലാസ് car we are overtaking, or if we are right behind them, if they see us in the rear view mirror, they feel more intimidated. That feel you get while you drive this car, or bossy feel you surely get in this car. And with the improved seating quality this S11 variant has, the comfort is really up to notch, I should say. Considering being such a powerful car and more of a heavier car, they could have the safety features that they give are limited to ABS and the airbags that they provide in this segment, or whichever higher segment you go. Unfortunately, they don't have the traction control, they don't have the ESP, they don't have the EBD. So those are some factors that you look into when you compare these cars with the other cars which follow in the same league or the same competition that the Scorpio has. So a lot of good bits and a lot of improvement that Scorpio has shown in this 2017 new generation Scorpio, and a few of bad bits that, as I've discussed here and there, the utility space and the touch and feel they could have improved for the price that they're giving, and the wind noise, considerable amount of wind noise coming about 80 kilometers. There is a lot of wind noise which is coming through this side of the ORVMs. So the voice insulation is not that great in the segment. Your price when we buy a vehicle, these are the things that people take into consideration. But as I said, the fan followers of Scorpio, the ruggedness of Scorpio, and the driving capability of Scorpio, no one can actually reach there. That are the segments that are the things that Scorpio makes itself special. You're a driver, we have seen the driving capability of Scorpio has changed completely. The performance has improved brilliantly, and this capability of this car taking any terrains is also improved drastically. Thank you so much for watching Autoban. This is Avinash Girija signing off with the reporter crew. Until we see you next time with a very new brand, this is Avinash Girija signing off with the reporter crew. Thank you so much.